Taiwan is still waiting to join a regional free trade pact known as the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, or CPTPP. It applied 4 years ago on Monday, just 6 days after China made its own surprise bid to join. CPTPP members make up about 15% of the global economy and account for roughly a quarter of Taiwan's total trade. Taiwan's lead trade negotiator at the time explained the urgency of applying under the name Taiwan uses at the WTO.
我们在参加 WTO 的时候，用的名义就是台澎金马关税领域。在参加经贸协定，我们用的常年使用这个名字，它也是争议最少的。中国在国际上一直阻挠台湾的国际活动空间。如果中国先入会，台湾的入会案当然会有相当的风险。
4 years later, John Deng says none of the other member countries seemed to know that China would apply and that Taiwan had been told to wait.
Prior to our submission, we follow all the rules. That is, we consult with other members. That consultation process went on for some time. They advised us to hold until they gave us further signal.
China claims Taiwan as its territory and, as with all international agreements, objects to Taiwan's participation in the CPTPP.
我们坚决反对任何国家与台湾进行官方往来，坚决反对台湾地区加入任何官方性质的协议和组织。
The Pacific trade deal has been rocky from the start. It began as the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, championed by the U.S. under then-President Barack Obama as a counterweight to China's regional influence and way of doing business.
We believe in fair competition, which is why TPP is the first trade agreement to level the playing field between private firms and state-owned enterprises.
However, amid public opposition to free trade pacts at home, a newly inaugurated Donald Trump withdrew from the deal in 2017 as one of his first acts as president. The pact's remaining members quickly sought to revive the deal under a new name, signing the agreement in 2018, and it has continued to expand. The bloc began with its original 11 member countries in the Pacific. In 2024, the UK became the first and only new member to successfully join. The near simultaneous applications of Taiwan and China were followed by several other countries, such as Costa Rica, Uruguay, Ecuador, Ukraine, and Indonesia. The first step to joining the pact is the formation of a so-called Accession Working Group, which requires consensus from all members. Although Taiwan and China's applications came earliest, Costa Rica is the only country to currently have a working group.
We are quite confident that no country block Taiwan. It's just procedurally the consensus apparently has not been reached yet.
Some believe it may be difficult for members to reach consensus.
Some of the CPT members have very close relationship with mainland China. If those CPT members, support Taiwan's application of the CPTPP, they may incur the retaliation from mainland China, either economically or politically.
And beyond political problems, Taiwan may still need to address certain aspects of its market access to join the deal.
Taiwan, we still have few things to do. For example, we still have some very high tariff product, for example, our agricultural sector, or some very few items in the industrial sector, for example, the automobile. Also, in the service sector, we may have to further liberalize our telecommunication sector and so on. But for all the things I just mentioned, I think Taiwan can achieve that.
The CPTPP Commission is currently chaired by Australia, with Vietnam taking over next year. In a statement to TaiwanPlus, Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade said that all decisions are made by consensus among the 12 CPTPP members. Taiwan's Office of Trade Negotiations told TaiwanPlus it's still seeking support from member countries and is calling on them to establish a working group for Taiwan as soon as possible without political considerations. And those, like John Deng, are still hopeful.
I can very comfortably tell all the audience that Taiwan certainly can meet this high standard and good compliance record. It is very clear that Taiwan, since we joined WTO 20-some years ago, that we didn't have any trade dispute with any countries. I think CPTPP, we have very high hope on them, and we want to be part of that and to continue to contribute.
4 years on, Taiwan says it can meet the rules to join the CPTPP. At the next Commission meeting planned later this year, it will find out if the other members agree. Eason, Chen, and Gorin for TaiwanPlus.